Calvin Castine at Beekmantown Central School. It's the third day of July. Third day of November 2018, and we're here for Section 7 Class C Championships Volleyball. It's the Saranac Chiefs and the number 1 seeded Saranac Lake Red Storm coming at you right here, right now on Hometown Cable. Be running live over the NFSHS network and also bringing it to you here on Hometown Cable. So don't go away. Volleyball coming right up.
9-17, where the Red Storm won 3-0. And most recently on October 23rd, Saranac bested the Red Storm 3-1. So this should be very interesting. Some interesting statistics for these two particular teams. Saranac Lake has 324 kills on the season. Saranac has 477. Total blocks, 37 for the Red Storm, 43 for the Chiefs. Serving aces, 177 for Saranac Lake, 222 for Saranac. Digs, 855 for the Red Storm, 897 for the Chiefs. Assists, 221 for the Red Storm and 451 for the Chiefs. The two teams are on the court. These two teams are coached by the Chiefs, Mary Leduc, and the Red Storm, Mike Navarra. Saranac Lake was able to best the 4th-seeded NCCS Cougars in the semifinal game. And the contest is underway. And Stephanie Moulton plays the ball a little bit long, and it will be 1-0 for the Red Storm. Ball's a little too tight to the net.
And it's no surprise that the Saranac Lake have started with number 9, Katie Gay, in that server spot. Katie has led the team this year with 38 aces from the serving spot.
Yeah, in the game against Northeastern Clinton, Katie Gay registered 21 points and 10 assists, 7 digs, and 6 kills to power the top-seeded Red Storm. Number 7 for Saranac, Abigail Marat, is long with a serve, and it will be 3-1. Again, ball tight into the net, but Michaela St. Louis does a nice job of playing it near the net. And a second time. And a nice spike by number 5, Danielle Gagne, the senior for the Red Storm. Will be serving 4-1. Danielle Gagne actually leads the team in kills with 107, as well as total blocks, and 21 of those. And the Red Storm are out to a quick 5-1 lead. Both of these teams actually, I guess Saranac Lake actually has a much larger bench than what the Chiefs do. There's only 3 athletes on the sideline right now for the Chiefs, where when you look at the Red Storm sidelines, you've got about 9 players. And again, Mac, I think when you look at these two teams, it appears like the Red Storm might have a little bit of height advantage at the net.
well, it's hard to tell from this angle, but yeah, it does look like they are a little bit taller, and therefore they're going to have a little bit better chances, especially at the net for blocks and for kills. However, if you're looking at like the #1 kills compared to Saranac, Saranac actually outranked their #1 player for Saranac Lake, and they overranked them as a team for kills and blocks. So I'd be curious to see if that height advantage actually helps them or not.
When you look at Saranac, you got to consider Stephanie Moulton, in fact, with 143 kills, where the national average is only 51. It is 4 serving 5. That ball is long for the Red Storm. And again, you can hear Mike Navarra, the Red Storm coach, talking to his players, trying to keep them focused. Shouldn't need a lot of focus when you're playing for a Class C title. Whole job, ball played to the back line, and it will be 6 serving 5. Again, some other statistics as we look at this Saranac Lake team, the #1 seed. In terms of digs, Sydney Andronica actually has 383 digs, and Megan O'Brien has 102 to lead the Red Storm. If you look at Saranac, in terms of digs, are led by Trinity Paquin, who has 340. Michaela St. Louis with 233 assists. And in terms of receptions, Trinity Paquin with 242. And Stephanie Moulton is at the line. And Maddie Gay does a nice job just getting the ball over, allowing her team to kind of reset. Nice set for Marissa Gibbs. And Saranac keeps the ball alive. Labaro, Trinity Paquin plays the ball to the back line. Again, nice dig by Saranac. Got a good little volley going here. And that ball goes long, and we've seen this first set tied up. One of the things Mike Navarro said in that contest versus Northeastern Clinton is that NCCS made them work for every point, and he's just very thankful and excited that they've got another run at this title. And again, I think the Chiefs are going to prove to be a formidable foe. Nice job by the Chiefs putting that ball in that back corner, and they're going to take now 8-7. 8 serving 7. Ball is up from Moulton. A little too tight to the net by the Labaro, and again, point awarded to the Red Storm. When you look at the Red Storm, Mackenzie Taylor is an outside hitter. If you look at Morant, she is a setter along with Briette and Beanie, as well as Duquette. And it appears like Dubray gets the roll at the net. And this game is back and forth. You see a little bit of communication from Mary Leduc at the sideline. She is assisted by Kayla Nason. Not quite enough to get it over by the Labaro, Sydney Andronica. Serving 8. Nice set. Looking for the back line. Again, backward set. Not going to get the roll. And again, the Chiefs will be serving 11-8.
It seems like the sets from Saranac Lake at this point so far haven't been super clean. They've been tight to the net. As we've just seen on the last one, we saw a double touch by the setter. They have to have nice clean sets if they really want to take advantage in this game.
And the ace by junior Madison Dubray. Backward set. The back court for the Chiefs. Number 7, Marissa Gibbs is happy to just kind of let the Red Storm reset. Nice dig from Paquin. And that ball finds its way over the net and unable to be handled by Nora Glover. And the Chiefs will be serving 13-8.
I thought they were going to definitely run into some trouble there, trying to force that setter to get the second ball with how low and how far she had to go. And she was able to get a touch, and from there it was hard to control, but they were able to get that ball back over the court. What I'm very surprised at this point is we haven't seen a timeout from Saranac Lake.
Yeah, especially as we, approach the 14 points. Is just as you say that, Mac, it looks like Mira Leduc is very much wanting that timeout. Mira Leduc, Mike Navarra. Again, the Red Storm are the number 1 seed in Section 7, and the Saranac Chiefs are the number 2 seed. The other two teams that play out of the C division for volleyball are Sable Valley, who was the 3rd seed, and the 4th seed was Northeastern Clinton.
I think so far in this game we've seen a fairly good game of consistency as it comes to most of the digs, and for a good chunk of it, the hits, especially on the part of Saranac. I think this game could come down to a team that, number 1, consistency in that setting spot. Good sets for the attacking options. But more than that, I think it's going to come down to teams who can get good kills off their attacks. They have to be able to generate the attacks either to a space or with power to force the other team to not be able to return the ball.
Well, again, if that's the case for the Red Storm, Danielle Gagne is going to have to kind of step up for Mike Navarra. 15 serving 8. And the junior Dubray will serve it up. Little lack of communication there off the outside left portion of the court for the Red Storm. Again, double hit, and it will be 16 serving 8.
And I've been there when that ball's coming in and you're on the net, and it's so instinctive to just reach out and get that second hit. But you have to be cautious and know where your teammates are. If she wouldn't have touched that ball and her teammate was able to get it, they could have still been in and won that point.
Well, it's a great serve by Dubray to that back line, and the Red Storm's number 10, Maddie Gay, did a nice job, but again, it seems like the Red Storm are having a lot of trouble at the net, Mac. And there is an ace for the junior, Dubray. 18 serving 8. And that one's a little bit long. Nice job by the senior Marissa Gibbs. And it is now 19 serving 9. Similar to a Class B game that we carried earlier on, we saw the number 2 seed go up 2 sets. In this particular case, we're seeing the number 2 seed up 19-9 in this first set. And there's what the Red Storm needed. They get that side out. And number 1, Andronica, Sydney Andronica, the junior, will serve it up for Mike Navarra's Red Storm. Wonderful job by Andronica. Ball was looking to the back line. She did a nice job of getting a piece of that. And the Red Storm get a big point there. Again, the winner of this will face the Section 2 team on November 6th at 5:30 at Gloversville High School. The winner of that will move on and play against Section 10 at Messina Central School. What a wonderful job from Megan O'Brien, the junior, setting junior Maddie Gay, who finds the hole on the left-hand portion of the court. And we're going to see a timeout called by the Chiefs, Mary LeDuc.
The ball up and not force errors. They're going to force themselves to be in this game.
And Sydney Andronica will serve it up for the Red Storm. Wonderful dig by Trinity Paquin, the libero. And Mary LeDuc's timeout seemed to pay off there. And again, similarly, a nice set this time from the junior Maddie Gay to the senior Danielle Gagne. Side out, serve will go to Katie Gay, the junior. Wonderful spike from number 5, senior Danielle Gagne. And it will be 20 serving 14. If you were to look at the stands in front of us, there's not a lot of people below us, but across the way there's probably maybe 150 people. Again, earlier on this afternoon, early this evening, we had a pretty packed house for the Peru Indians versus the Beacontown Eagles. And again, that ball can't be controlled by Abby Briette, and it goes out. And it would be 20 serving 16. Get the net roll. And gets the second one. Again, nice little spin through the serve of Katie Gay. Can't be handled by that back line, and we just had a substitute for Mary LeDuc. It looks like number 1 is coming out, Mackenzie Taylor, and the number 8, Abby Barrett, is in. 19 serving 20. Nice set by Michaela St. Louis for the libero Trinity Paquin. And she gets the roll.
and that's huge for the Chiefs. They had to get Sydney Antarctica out of that serving role. She was getting plenty service aces just by positioning the ball in great spots, and the Chiefs were having a large amount of difficulty controlling her serve, it seemed like.
And it seems like the Red Storm are very content with trying to play the ball off that back line of the Chiefs, looking for errors. Again, nice set from St. Louis for Moulton, but it's into the net, and it is side out. A lot of spin on that ball. Abigail Morant does a nice job handling that. Nice set from Katie Gay. And that ball is long for the Chiefs. And it is deadlocked, 21-21. We are in set one of the Class C Section 7 Volleyball Championship here at Beekmantown Central School. Again, we try to move to a neutral site, but again, each year Section 7 kind of awards who will host the Section 7 Class B, Class C, and Class D contests. Gagne did a nice job of kind of seeing a hole in the middle there, but Labaro right now, Trinity Paquin's playing to the top of her game for Mary Leduc. And that ball is going to go out. And it will be a timeout for Mary Leduc, her second of this first set.
Yeah, I think the consistency that Saranac Lake is playing with right now is, like I've said, just going to be absolutely huge for them. They're not trying to get a lot of winners, but what they are doing very well is keeping the ball up, setting up the third, and pushing Saranac into places where they are uncomfortable, pushing the ball into spaces on the court, forcing them to move, and tiring them out, if nothing else. I think what they're doing right now is going to prove effective not only for this set, but could prove very effective in future sets.
Well, the junior, or the senior, Trinity Paquin's done a wonderful job for Mary Leduc and the Chiefs. She had 340 digs this season, and you can tell that she seems to be instrumental in that back line for the Chiefs. And Maddie Gale serve it up for the Red Storm. Again, serve to the back line of the Red Storm. And there's the spike from Danielle Gagne. And that's not the first time we've seen that in this set. And it will be 23 serving 21.
Yeah, what makes her so crucial at her kills is not the speed or the pace that she puts on the ball, but she has an excellent approach. The set is high enough. She sees the court very well, and she just pushes it to a space that makes it very difficult to return.
Yeah, she had 107 kills on the season. And I agree with you, Mac. I don't think it's a lot on actual velocity. It's just she kind of reads the court very well. And for the Red Storm, it will, or excuse me, for the Chiefs, it will be Michaela St. Louis, the junior. And we're back at deadlock here in this first set, 23 serving 23.
You've got to give the Red Storm a lot of props to be able to climb back from what the game looked like earlier on.
Yeah, earlier on we thought it looked like the Chiefs might run away with this first set, but slowly you can see the Red Storm has kind of communicated. Poorly set to the net by the junior Michaela St. Louis, and it was very hard for, again, the likes of Stephanie Moulton to play that ball just way too tight into the net. And this is set point for the Red Storm. And it is out, and there it is. Our first set's going to go to the Red Storm of Saranac Lake. If you take a look at that first set, Mac, you'd probably agree who were the key players for Mike Navarra.
I don't know if it was so much a thing of key players. I think as a team, though, they were generating huge consistency. But one thing that has to be noted, and I said it before, is Sydney Andronica's serve. They had an absolute rally with her serve. Being able to come back from the deficit they were in the hole and really to be able to get back on the board and tie it up. Not only is she doing a great job as their defensive specialist right now, but she's just putting rallies on the board when she's serving. It's so consistent and so accurate.
Yeah, when you look at Andronica when they played NCCS, she actually had 6 points, 1 ace, but she had 31 digs. 31 digs. And we are back on with 11 seconds left before the start of the second set. And again, the number 1 seed, Red Storm of Saranac Lake, take the first set 25-23. Let's see how the Chiefs respond. Serving for the Red Storm, it's going to be Katie Gay. Again, instrumental in that earlier play-in game against NCCS. And again, the officials saying to the Labaro for the Chiefs, Trinity Paquin, she's got to wait. There we go. And number 7, Abigail Marant, comes out, and the Labaro's in. Big spike by Madison Dubray. Madison Dubray actually had the spike, went back into the net, but it kind of found its way toward the back, and again, it's going to be point for the Chiefs, 1 serving 0. You don't see a lot of the Chiefs actually getting up at the net when that set is made for a specific Red Storm player. Again, Briette plays that ball to the back line of the Red Storm. And there's a spike and a nice dig by the Labaro Andronica. And there's the set from Ducat. And it will be 1 serving 2. And again, Maddie Gay is an instrumental part of this team in that contest against Northeastern Clinton. She had a double-double with 14 points and 12 digs to go along with 7 kills. Side out, Chiefs. And number 7 for Saranac, Marot, comes out. And St. Louis is in. Actually, I think it was number 9, Siskavich, that came in. And that ball is long. And it is now going to be side out, 2 serving 3. And you can see Mike Navarro right now is kind of speaking to that Labaro, Sydney Andronica, kind of getting her to kind of move that feet and step up at those certain critical points and times. And again, balls wide for the Chiefs, and it is deadlocked in the second set. I think that ball might have been out. The number 6, Madison Dubray, played it. And that one is on the line. Again, tough ball to kind of read, and you're front players really got to be able to kind of communicate that. And nice serve to the back line by number 5, Daniel Gagne. Again, set from number 9, Katie Gay. And that ball goes out of bounds. And a few points in a row for the Red Storm.
Absolutely phenomenal approach and kill by Maddie Gay.
Again, nice serve, nice dig by Madison Dubray off that back line. A nice backward set by Katie Gay. And they'll tack on one more. It will be 6 serving 3 in this second set. Nine gets a nice serve, and Marissa Gibbs gets a piece of it, enough of it to get it over. And the Chiefs, Abigail Duquette gets a piece of it, keep it alive, and that ball looks like it's going to go off the Red Storm player, and it now will be side out for serving 6. Again, Duquette at the back line. Nice read by St. Louis that the back line was open, plays it off that back line and earns the Chiefs the point. 5 serving 6. Nice serve from Duquette. Again, not quite the set I think the Red Storm were looking for there, Matt.
No, you're right. I think it was a little tighter than what they wanted. But they made it work, and they're still in the point.
Got a good volley going here. You see the set from Katie Gay over for number 7, Marissa Gibbs, and that ball is going to go long. And I'll tell you, Sydney Andronica really worked for that one. And what an effort. And again, she's limping a little bit, but I think she'll be okay. Again, deadlock, 6 serving 6. Nice serve, got a little bit of spin on the ball. McCarthy or Duquette did, and it goes off the hands of Katie Gay. As I look back at that earlier contest, Saranac versus Sable, that particular Abigail Duquette, the junior. I'm just trying to look here and see exactly what she had. I don't see a lot. She had 2 aces, 2 assists, and 1 dig in that contest. And it will be 8 serving 6. And again, Duquette's had quite a run at this serve process. And again, not able to be handled for the setter. Goes into the net. And Abigail Duquette will put it up one more time. It's a nice touch by Katie Gay. And again, it's that second touch is where they're struggling. Again, 4th touch by the Red Storm, and it will be 10 serving 6.
Yeah, it's that first pass as the Chiefs hit it over the net, whether it's right off the serve or off the hit. That first pass is just not clean right now for the Red Storm like it was in the first set.
And I think a big part of it, honestly, is the serve is just causing a lot of trouble. Abigail Duquette's putting enough spin on that ball where, again, that dig is just not in a location where it can be properly set. It's either too tight to the net or it, in fact, is in a location where it's just hard for the setter.
Well, they did get lucky there with number 8 from Saranac, Abby Briette, hitting the net, and the ground ref, R2, actually ended up calling it.
Good job bringing the ball back into play. Number 5, Michaela St. Louis. But again, points awarded to the Red Storm. Much needed point. Again, 8 serving 10. We are in set number 2. The first set actually went to the Red Storm 25-23.
And once again, just a poor first touch, and it costs them.
Yeah,
if they can get their digs to be clean like they were in the first set, I think they'll climb back into this match.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that Mike Navarro realizes is that, you know, it's still too early in this set to call a timeout, but it's just being, you know, properly central over the actual serve and making sure that you can just get that first good touch. And again, misplayed or mishandled, I should say, from Michaela St. Louis, and it's going to be point out 9 serving 11. And we see Abigail Duquette come out for Mary LeDuc's Chiefs. And I believe it was number, I can't quite get the number. Again, big serve by Marissa Gibbs, the senior. And again, mishandled, trying to get the ball over. And it is now, again, deadlocked in this second set. That serve seems to have quite a bit of power. Marissa Gibbs is bringing, you know, quite a bit of velocity on that serve, and it's just causing problems for the Chiefs. Again, that ball is going to go straight over from the dig of number 6, Madison Dubray. And the Red Storm continue to put the points on the board. 13 serving 11. They were down earlier on, Mac, and they seem to have fought back here.
Well, I think they started rallying with the serve, but if you watch, their first passes off of Saranac's serve return are so much better than what they were. And when those first passes are good, it makes a game completely different in volleyball. Absolutely different. If you get a good first pass as a setter, or even if you're not the setter and you're getting that second ball, there's such a huge difference in the ability to control the ball and do something with it.
Well, 4 points in a row by the Red Storm have made it so Mary LeDuc's going to call a timeout here. And again, it will be 14 serving 11, Red Storm. We'll be staying with you at this particular juncture. Again, some of those important names as you look at Saranac Lake have to be Danielle Gagne, Katie Gay, Maddie Gay, Andronica. Sydney Andronica has done a nice job for Mike Navarra, and Megan O'Brien also. If you look at the Chiefs, again, you see Dubray has probably had a great game for Mary LeDuc. And you also have to take a look at that Labaro Trinity Paquin, who's kind of done a good job, the senior. And we're back out on the court. Paquin had 4 kills, 1 assist, and 14 digs in that play-in game. And the Red Storm play the serve into the net. And it'll be 11 serving 14. Good serve by Gibbs. Good job at the net by the Chiefs. And again, getting some air there is Stephanie Moulton. Good spike by Dubray. And it's going to earn the Chiefs an added point, 13 serving 14. Both these teams seem to be pretty even, but a lot of it's on forced errors. Again, nice spike by Madison Dubray, goes off the hands of number 9 Saskavich, and it is 14 serving 14. And the Red Storm are able to keep it alive. And that ball is going to catch that back line. What a great job by Stephanie Moulton to find that back line. Was it side out? Now, my mistake, it was side out. So it will be side out to the Red Storm, 15 serving 14. Good job, Moulton at the net, not allowing that spike to occur from Michaela St. Louis. And Danielle Gagne will serve it up for the Red Storm. Nice set to the far side, and again, this time we see Gagne do a wonderful job of spiking that ball down to the back line. Nice job by Moulton. No, nice job by, yes, Moulton. Actually getting a ball that was just too much for Marissa Gibbs to handle, and the ball's into the net, and it is 16 serving 16. Well, I think both these teams appear to be pretty evenly matched. You've got a few players on each of these teams that can serve the ball with a good amount of spin, and it's causing problems for that first set. Nice job by the Red Storm. The set from number 9, Katie Gay, for the senior Marissa Gibbs, and she kind of pushes that ball down, and it's going to be 18 serving 16. A little touch over the net by Abigail Duquette. And Megan O'Brien just plays that ball across. And you could see that Marissa Gibbs was calling for that, and that spike is long. Well, that first set went right down to the wire, 25-23 Red Storm, and this second set is now 17 serving 18. And there's a big point for the Red Storm. And it'll be 19 serving 17. Again, these two teams last met on the 23rd of October, where Saranac was victorious with a 3-1 score. That ball gets away from Marissa Gibbs. So it'll be side out Saranac. And again, miscommunication on behalf of the Red Storm between Labaro, number 1, Andronica, and number 8, which is Megan O'Brien. They're all tied up. Nice spike by the Red Storm's Marissa Gibbs and the senior. Just put it inside that back line. Momentum's moving toward the Red Storm, 2 in a row. And again, Mary LeDuc doesn't like what she sees. She's going to call a timeout. And we're just trying to watch the Red Storm to kind of see if they're focused on Mary LeDuc and exactly what she's kind of trying to get them to do. And again, if you were to look at that, what would you say that Mary LeDuc's probably saying to her players?
My best guess would be, listen, you're in this game, you can stay with this team, just don't make unforced errors. Focus on the first pass, get a good pass to our setter, and let's make smart decisions with the ball, push it to space. Let's not try and hit winners. Let's just try and be consistent like we were when we were winning points. And I think that makes a huge difference for this team.
Well, we'll see if that's what the Chiefs, in fact, can do. It is 21 serving 19, and it looks like Megan O'Brien will serve it up for the Red Storm. Again, nice serve to the set for the back line, and a nice job by Abby Briette. Garners the point. And Briette will take this serve. Serve to the front line. And again, gets a kind of a net roll. Goes off the hands of Katie Gay and out. And again, it's going to find its way back. Excuse me, it went off the hands of Abby Briette, and it's going to find its way back into the Red Storm. Gibbs with a nice serve. Again, nice set by the Labaro Andronica. Again, miscommunication in that central part of the court. Nice job, and it appeared like it might have been touched, and I think it was, by Sydney Andronica. And it is 21 serving 22. Again, Andronica had 383 digs on the season. Nice little touch over there by Katie Gay. Again, hard to save, and it's going to be point Chiefs. Right down to the wire in the second set. And this time I think Mike Navarro has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout. And you can see, if you look at the earlier contest that we saw, you can't really say that, again, that first or second set are the most critical sets we saw. Again, the Peru Indians, which were the #1 seed, down by 2 sets, come back and actually win the championship. And again, it looks like number 5, Michaela St. Louis, touched the net.
That could prove to be huge for the Red Storm here.
Yeah, because if they can get this point right here, again, and then kind of put the Chiefs a little bit on their heels, it'll be interesting to see if they go up 2-0. Again, see a touch of the net, and it'll be side out Chiefs, and we're back to being deadlocked again. Nice serve by number 5, St. Louis. And again, the Red Storm respond. So whatever Mike Navarro said, he's now got him at set point in set 2. Again, that was a tough set from Trinity Paquin actually went over the net. And the Red Storm, number 9, Katie Gay, didn't let that ball hang around, so they were up 2-0. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute. We are back here at Beacontown Central High School, where, again, we are in the Section VII Class C Volleyball Championship between the Red Storm of Saranac Lake and the Chiefs of Saranac. We are about to begin set number 3. Saranac Lake has won the first and second set by a score of 25-23. And again, such a critical first set. It was into the net a little bit, but nice job by Daniel Gagne to get a hand on that ball and just get it over. 1-0 Red Storm. And again, Gagne, keep in mind, 107 kills this year. And it is now 2-0. Again, the Red Storm fans got into it a little bit in that second set, and it might have picked them up a little bit, but I think it had more to do with Mike Navarro's instructions. What a great save by number 7, Marissa Gibbs. That ball looked like it might have gone out, but she wasn't willing to take a chance. Again, another nice dig. Set by number 9, Katie Gay, is too close into the net, and it's going to be side out Saranac.
Yeah, that set has to be more off net. I love that she made her made the footwork necessary to get under the ball to make the set, but she pushed it way too close to the net for anyone to get anything on it. That has to be set further off net if the Chiefs want an opportunity, or the Red Storm want an opportunity to really capitalize on a good set.
And the senior Abigail Morant has the serve, and boom, as they say. And you can see each of these teams have their own little saying when they actually earn those points. It is 3-1. Again, a ball that's too tight into the net. Wow. What a serve what a spike by Stephanie Moulton. Well handled by the number 10, Maddie Gay. And it's going to be 4-1. Again, not a lot of substitutes in this contest, Mac. So you can see for both Mary LeDuc and Mike Navarra, they pretty much rely on their key players. And the Red Storm put the ball into the net. And it's going to be side out, 2-4. And for the Red Storm, or excuse me, for the Chiefs, it's going to be Michaela St. Louis. Again, Red Storm keep on working on that back line. And there we see another example of Brian trying to spike that back line. Again, communication almost miscued by the Red Storm. Again, nice set by Duquette. But in this case, it's going to go into the net, and it'll be point for the Red Storm. 5 serving 2. And that ball is not going to find its way back. Abigail Duke had tried as much as she could to bring that ball back in, but it was way out of the way. And again, 4th touch, and again, 5 serving 2 Red Storm. And again, they continue to try to work that serve off that back line to Michaela St. Louis. And again, you can see the same likes from Marissa Gibbs trying to play that back corner. And again, I don't know if it's planned or because of Duquette playing so tight to that net, but it works for the Red Storm, and it is 7 serving 2. Again, the Red Storm have a little bit more of a bench than what the Chiefs do, so it doesn't give Mary LeDuc a lot of options here, being down 2-0. And the Red Storm get the ace, and it's going to be a timeout called by Mary LeDuc. Nice dig by Trinity Paquin. And again, the serve will be made by Stephanie Moulton. Moulton, again, big on blocks and kills this year for the Chiefs. Big serve, or big spike there we see from Marissa Gibbs, but the ball is long. Oh, yep, it was long. So, looks like the actual junior Katie Gay took her eye off the ball for a second, just misplayed the ball. And again, it's going to be Moulton continuing her serve. And again, it should be 5 serving 8. But up on the scoreboard right now, it's got 4 serving 8. And the Red Storm regain that. And again, it's not changing. So again, it's going to be 9 serving 4. But I think it should be, there it is. 9 serving 5. And again, that's why it's important that you have somebody on your bench actually watching that scoreboard and keeping an eye on the accurate points. Again, nice spike from 6, Nora Glover. And again, tries to find the hole, but not going to be allowed by senior Trinity Paquin. Again, a little too tight into the net, but it's going to work for number 7, Marissa Gibbs. A little bit too long. And it's side out. Chiefs 6 serving 9 in this 3rd set here in Beekman Town, New York. This is a relatively new gymnasium. It's probably around 10 years old. And again, nice track around the upper part of the gymnasium. Side out Red Storm, 10 serving 6. Nice serve by Gibbs. And again, O'Brien reads like she's going to set and just kind of plays the ball across. And the Chiefs find a way to kind of get that point. 7-10 here in set number 3. And that serves into the net by Abigail Duquette. How much of a practice do you think, Mac, that teams work on serving?
I think good teams probably do it every single practice, and the best teams probably practice not only serving, but serving to specific places on the court. Whether it be for a lot of college teams in between gaps for players, or for a high school level, whether it be aiming in specific areas and trying to hit those areas on the mark. That depends on the coaching style, but I think good teams probably work on serving every single practice. It's a key aspect of the sport.
Well, you know, you see a lot of it in the college level where the cues are given either by the coach behind a clipboard or whatever the case might be, just indicating a certain region of the court that they want that ball served to. A lot of times it is looking for that mismanagement by not necessarily the weakest link, but where you could take advantage of the second opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. The best teams in the country, the coach actually decides where the serve's happening, and he signals the players in advance so they know. And whether that be a coach signaling a 5, cueing that it's a back middle or a back left player, or whether it be a coach who signals 2 numbers, meaning play in between the back middle and the back left player, so that player has to hit that gap. But it's crucial if whenever those teams do that, that those players can hit that exact spot perfectly every time.
And the Red Storm do a nice job at the net. Again, Katie Gay gets a piece of it, but again, that ball is going to find its way to that particular back corner. And again, now the Chiefs have run up a few points, and it's going to be 10-11. And again, a nice ace by number 8, Abby Briette, the junior. Kind of finds its way on that back line of the Red Storm. Deadlocked here in set number 3. And a back set here by the Red Storm. Labaro Andronica plays the ball across, and the Chiefs are on a run here now. 12-11. And Mike Navarro for the Red Storm just called the timeout. The Chiefs had a run of 3 big points there. And again, the junior Megan O'Brien's going to serve up for the Chiefs, and Mary LeDuc. And again, just a poorly played dig on behalf of the Red Storm. And the troubles continue to mount here. The Red Storm's got to find a way to kind of reverse this. Again, nice job by Abby Briette with the serves. She's doing a nice job. And the Red Storm are able to get it across. And again, communication. Right now, the Chiefs have got the Red Storm running around a little bit. And again, Maddie Gay is content just getting that ball across. And again, likewise, Megan O'Brien just getting the ball across. Oh, good spike on behalf of the Red Storm, and I'm not sure who got that. I'm not sure if it was Saskavich or if it was Moulton. And it is 14-11. Good dig. By Gibbs. Again, tries to set the front line. And again, gets a net roll. Gagne did. And they've got to get it across, and they do. And again, looking for that back line. That ball is going to almost make it all the way up onto the track. And again, another point for the Chiefs. Nice set by O'Brien for Matty Gay. Gets a net roll. And again, the Storm are finally going to get that crucial point to try to move back in the other direction. 12 serving 15 here in set number 3. Again, the Red Storm have won both the first and the second sets by a score of 25-23. Good set by St. Louis for Saskavich for the Chiefs. And again, Matty Gay can't quite get the ball over, and it's going to be side out Chiefs. 16 serving 12. And it will be Marissa Gibbs at the back line. And there's 4 hits by the Red Storm. And Mike Navarro's talking to his players from the side, trying to get them to refocus. Again, 16 serving 12. And the serving has really picked up for the Chiefs. Doing a nice job. That's a wonderful spike.
Yeah, that spike and kill were very necessary for the Red Storm. I think they had to get the Chiefs out of that rotation.
And I think that was Megan O'Brien. I'm not positive. It might have even been Danielle Gagne, who had, again, many kills for the, or excuse me, not Danielle Gagne. Danielle Gagne for the Red Storm, who kind of led the team this year in kills. And again, 14 serving 17. Navarro calling in instructions from the side. Oh, nice set by St. Louis. And a great dig by Andronica for the Red Storm. Again, another nice set. Balls played over by Moulton. Oh, wonderful job by Marissa Gibbs, the senior. Got a little volley going here. And again, she's going to try it one more time. And this time she gets a little bit more than what the Chiefs could handle. Again, nice job by senior Marissa Gibbs.
Yeah, I think there was a definite difference in the 2 sets she got, though. The first set was kind of behind her and put her off balance. It's very hard to get a good hit when you're leaning back and you're off balance in the air. However, that second set was in front of her, so she had the approach forward. She got up and she was able to get that full rotation to get a nice, powerful hit.
And it appears as Michaela St. Louis saw the opening on the left-hand side that the Red Storm weren't covering, and it is side out, 18 serving 15.
And from here, it looked like that ball touched on the other side of that line. I thought for sure that the ref's flag was going up and that was going to be called out.
What's that call?
It looks like we are going to redo the point for something that occurred at the net. So neither team will get a point, and we will just replay with a Saranac Chiefs serve.
Okay, so again, it is 18 serving 15. Saranac down 2 sets to none. And Marissa Gibbs gets a touch over, and again, she watches it as, again, the Chiefs kind of touch the ball out of bounds. And again, side out, 16 serving 18. Nice serve by Gagne. Again, the Chiefs handle it very well. And again, just lack of communication there. Just a big opening in that back corner of the Red Storm. And it's going to be side out Chiefs. And again, a big point for the Red Storm, fighting their way back in this contest, in this third set. And again, Moulton has struggled, with serving this year. She's been probably the 8th best server for the Saranac Chiefs. And right now, Marissa Gibbs is just kind of taking over control at the net.
I think it's hard for the Chiefs when Moulton is not in the front row to really have a presence at the net. I think the Red Storm have repeatedly capitalized on it when she comes out, and that is one strong point for them to rally in all 3 of these games.
Well, I think it's tough because Abigail Duquette, the junior, is having a hard time just getting off the ground. So it's, again, as you said, there's nobody there to defend when the senior Gibbs gets up and gets some air. And again, we're going to see a side out Chiefs. Again, the Chiefs need this third set or it's season over. And again, nice spin on the serve by Madison Dubray. Dubray will serve it up again and see if she can get her Chiefs one step closer. In this case, it's long, and it's 19 serving 21. And this time we're going to see Gibbs go to the back line for the Red Storm. And again, serving air by the Red Storm. 22 serving 19. This is critical. This point could be a big one for the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are able to save that one. But they're not able to come up with a solution for Nora Glover at the net. And she pounds that one down, side out, Red Storm. And the line judge is making a call there. And again, the Red Storm get a critical point, being down 22 to 20.
Yeah, that third hit has to come between those 2 post bars on the net. Has to go through those. If it goes on either side or if it hits those at any point, the refs will call it out, as you just saw.
And again, nice spike by Maddie Gay. And now the Red Storm are on a run, and we're deadlocked in this third set. Right now, Mary LeDuc's Chiefs have got to find a way to kind of get this first dig. It's got to be able to be set. And again, a little bit tight into the net, but not bad. Played over by the Chiefs. Number 9, Kate Siskavich. And they keep it alive. And again, but into the net. And now the Red Storm have got a 23-22 lead. And you're going to see Mary LeDuc call probably what will be her last time out in this third set.
I understand.
They worked for every point, and there was even a time there where, again, the Red Storm were up, approach intermission, and we're about to begin set 4. And the Red Storm strike first in this 4th set. And serves into the net. Side out, Chiefs. Oh. The R2's speaking to the table, and I wonder if they're questioning the starters. I'm not sure. It is 1-1, and there it is. It's up on the clock. And nice serve by Briette. And they get that second point. Again, you can see the Chiefs have kind of gained a little bit of energy here off that must-win set. Again, nice job by the dig of Marissa Gibbs. Not too close to the net, so it could be played by Megan O'Brien. And again, the Chiefs are able to respond to that. Abby Barrett had a pretty good run in that third set, and she's serving up for the Chiefs. Good job on the block by Stephanie Moulton, and that ball is long. And it is 4 serving 1. Set 4. Got a lot of spin on that ball. Nice job by O'Brien. And again, the Red Storm can't quite handle it, and it is going to be 5 serving 1. And the Red Storm do a nice job of seeing a gap in the court. And it will take number 10, Maddie Gay, to the back line. Nice set by Gagne Nice set by St. Louis for Moulton. And the Red Storm can't handle it. It is 6 serving 2. Good job at the net by the Red Storm. Daniel Gagne will serve for the Red Storm. It appeared like Abigail Morant couldn't handle the ball, and again, you see the Red Storm get a crucial point here. 4 serving 6. And Gibbs pushes the ball over. Again, nice set by Gagne for Gibbs. And Gibbs gonna put a spike on it. Again, good volley going here by both teams. Duquette keeps the play alive. And again, back set. Good dig by 7, Abigail Morant. And again, the Chiefs continue to push forward here. 8 serving 4. And the Chiefs kind of catch a Red Storm off guard there. Sydney Andronica played the ball. I'm not sure if it would have stayed in or not. It looked pretty close. But the ball goes off her hands. And again, Gagne will serve it up again. Big serve. Big serve for the Chiefs. Madison Dubray comes down with the power, and it is 10 serving 4 in this 4th set. Twice in a row for the Chiefs. Again, they're firing on all cylinders right now. Right now, it just seems like the Chiefs are, or excuse me, the Red Storm are just happy to get the ball over the net. They're not really working on any set plays. And that ball is long, and it'll be side out. Red Storm. 5 serving 11 in this 4th set of this Section 7 Class C Volleyball Championship. Good dig by St. Louis, and the ball is pushed over by Dubray. And that ball is pushed into the net, and it seems like a much-needed breath for the Red Storm. 6 serving 11. Nice serve by O'Brien. And that ball is just misplayed by the junior Nora Glover. Side out Saranac. Nice dig by Maddie Gay. And the Chiefs continue to roll to keep this contest alive. Again, they are down 2-1. We are in set 4. And she gets the net roll. And the things are rolling in the Chiefs' ways right now. Volleyball is such a game of momentum. It can swing from one moment to the next. Again, that ball is long, and you could see that right from the start. And maybe this will give the Red Storm that little bit of needed help. Number 7, Marissa Gibbs is serving for the Red Storm. Does a nice job. Really puts some English on that ball. And it is now 8 serving 14. Again, Saranac Lake probably traveled I'm going to say about an hour and 15 minutes to get here to Beekmantown, maybe even a little bit longer. Saranac is probably about an hour from where Saranac Lake is. So both these teams had a little bit of a drive. Saranac Lake much further. And again, we've got a substitute occurring for the Red Storm. Number 6, Nora Glover, is out, and I believe number 5, Michaela St. Louis, is in. Again, good dig by and Andronica serves it up. Number 9's looking for that far corner, unable to get it, and it is 10 serving 15. Again, Saranac trying to keep their season alive here in set number 4. Again, nice set by Duquette for Saskavich. And again, that ball's into the net by the Labaro. And the Red Storm gain a little breath here. And timeout, Mary Ledoux. Serving 12-15. And she gets a net roll. Ball lands right at the feet of Madison Dubray. And it is 13 serving 15. That ball again is just too tight into the net by number 6 Madison Dubray. And the Red Storm will pick up another point. And unforced serving error. Side out Chiefs. Wow, great ace from Abigail Duquette. Puts it just inside that back line. 17 serving 14. That one's just going to be a little bit long. And Katie Gay is going to see what she can do to kind of get the Red Storm a few points on the board. Again, nice dig by Maddie Gay. And looks for the big kill, Kate Saskavich, but again, goes long. It'll be 16 serving 17 Red Storm. Again, not a lot of movement around the net. A lot of these points are based upon serving points or just errors that are made on that first dig. Again, serve is up from Katie Gay. Again, looks like a nice set from O'Brien, and that ball is just out. And again, what a nice job from Madison Dubray to save that. Again, a little too tight to the net. Again, nice set by St. Louis. Good dig by Duquette. And that is going to be point Chiefs. So again, Chiefs being down 2-1 are up 18-17 in this 4 set. And again, we see Abby Briette at the back line. The ball is long. And that ball is in. The line judge, I'm not sure if it's Don Lorman or Pete McMillan. Those are your two line judges. Your R1 is Mike Gillette, and your R2 is Kevin Rock in this contest. Serve by the Red Storm. Again, nice set for Gibbs, and she gets this one. And we are deadlocked in the fourth set. Again, that ball's tight into the net, and Moulton's able to get a hand on it. And again, it's going to be big for the Chiefs. 20 serving 19. What do you think the Red Storm got to do to kind of fight back in this game?
Stop making unforced errors. I think that's a big thing. They're more successful when they stop making unforced errors, and that's what they have to do.
Well, it seems like every time they, find themselves, getting a couple points, then they just start to make those errors that you're referring to. And we see Mike Navarro's actually called a timeout here in this critical juncture of this fourth set. I'm not quite sure if he can get all of his athletes on the same page. Some of them right now are kind of focused on him, and some of them I think understand what he wants, but a lot of it just seems to be foot movement and being able to put themselves positionally in that right spot. And the Chiefs look to stay alive, 20 serving 19. Morant with the serve. Again, a little tight into the net by Daniel Gagne. And the ball is kind of pushed over by the Red Storm. Big serve by number 6, Madison Dubray, but it's into the net, and the Red Storm and again, the spike doesn't seem to work for the Chiefs, and it is now 21 serving 20. Nicely played ball by Michaela St. Louis, and it's going to pay dividends for him this time. Again, we've got a substitution. We're seeing Daniel Gagne coming out, and I believe, I'm looking to see, I can't see the number because she hasn't turned for us yet, and I believe it's number 9, Kate Siskavich. Again, 22 serving 21. Again, the Saranac Red Storm are your number 1 seed in Class C, and the Saranac Chiefs are the number 2 seed. Again, these two teams met during the year, splitting. And right now you can see that these two teams are playing right down to the wire. (23 serving 21). This fourth set Again, the Red Storm leading 2-1, and number 8, Megan O'Brien's going to put it up for the Red Storm. And again, ball misplayed on the dig into the net, and the Red Storm are now playing for, again, the set and match point. And the ball is pushed over by the Red Storm. And again, nice dig in this particular case, and the Red Storm have done it in set number 4. The number 1 seed in Class C for Section 7 is victorious, just as we saw in Class B. And a valiant effort by the Saranac Chiefs. Again, we'd like to thank NFHS allowing us to carry this game. Again, on the camera is Calvin Castine. Doing color is McKenna Hunter, and I am Rick Hunter. And we want to thank you for going along with us in this Class C contest. Right now, we're going to stay with this as awards are being given out. Again, the winner, Saranac Lake Red Storm, will go on November 6th to play against the Section 2 winner in Gloversville, New York, or at Gloversville High School. The winner of that will actually move on to play against Section 10 in Messina. And now the Saranac Chief players, number 3, Paquin and Moulton, come forth to collect their awards. And now each of the Saranac Red Storm will come and pick up their Section 7 championship award.
Number 5, Danielle Daniel. Number 6, Laura Glover. Number 7, Marissa Gibbs. Number 8, Megan O'Brien. Number 9, Megan O'Brien. Number 10, Maddie Gay. Number 11, Emma Kuhlmeyer. Number 12, Katie Burke. Number 13, Kelsey McCarthy. Number 14, Alexis Johnson.
And we've got Vicki McMillan actually providing the awards to the Red Storm. And that's what it's all about right there. As you can see, the Red Storm hosting the trophy. And again, I'd like to thank you, Rick Hunter. Rick Hunter would like to thank you again for kind of watching our contest today. And on behalf of the NFHS and all of those that are watching in Hometown Cable, Calvin Castine and McKenna Hunter, have a good evening.
Thanks to Rick and McKenna Hunter for taking us through the game. And thanks for watching and supporting viewer-supported local television. If you're watching this, we need your support. So if you're watching this in Saranac or Saranac Lake, why not support our efforts so we can keep doing this kind of stuff? Thank you for watching.